All right, we'll keep this one. We'll lead off with Zeotor's Proving Ground. Swamp Mountain Forest enters tapped. And it is your turn.
I will draw for turn, and then I'll play Restless Fire tapped.
Excellent.
Pass. Excellent. Excellent.
Untap, keep.
Both teams played tapped lands to start. Good old-fashioned fair magic.
I think this one. Copperline Gorge enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer lands. So these two, we will play a Tenacious Underdog. It's 3/2. I'm not playing for the Blitz. We may cast it from the graveyard using its Blitz ability. We will then pass.
Oh, yay. We'll play in his lands. And then we will tap.
I'm thinking once there's something else to prowess up.
I'll play Kitsa.
Oh,
Fireball League.
Vigilance 1/3.
And prowess. And then I'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I think we have to use that. We'll play Forest. I think we have to use this portion right away. I don't want to deal with that. Yes.
Then I have no back.
Most unfortunately, and I do regret to inform you, we'll do black and green to give -3/-3 to your Otter. I apologize. It is Virtue of Persistence. We are casting the sorcery side, which is Lothwain Scorned. We also gain 2 life. It goes into the Adventure Zone. I'll put it right here. And then we will attack you for 3.
I will take.
And then we will pass. Only decisions.
Untap.
Just adding. I'll just. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Islands.
Yeah. Just need to.
We'll pass.
I don't like this. They just pass it. They left mana open. This is not good. Yeah. All right, we're gonna play Riveter's Overlook. When it enters, sacrifice it. We're gonna search for a swamp and put it on the battlefield tapped. We will shuffle and then we will gain 1 life. There's the swamp. Here's the shuffle. Here's the invitation to cut. Here's the gaining of the life. There it goes, please. Oh no, what did I do? I failed. I'm sorry. I was telling this.
I fixed it. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Right. Yeah. All right, we're going to combat and swing at you with the Tenacious Underdog.
Okay. And response.
Yeah.
We are going to tap you and gift you a treasure token.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Treasure?
No.
All right.
Don't get.
Oh, no treasure token.
Don't take backsies.
Okay. Well,
Never get.
he's just gonna do 2 damage to your tenacious underdog.
It's a blooming blast. Yeah, 2 damage to target creature. If the gift was promised, it also deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. So we're not gifting you. Sorry.
I see how it is. Okay, you know what? Not in response. After combat, I think we still go with this. Yeah, of course. So now we're gonna play out this Sunslayer for black, green, and colorless. First strike, Death Touch. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Draw a card, lose life, destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent.
I hate that card. I hate that card.
It's a little OP.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely fair.
It's fair and
Just
balanced.
replace counters with deck. Just start exiling these out of the deck, right? Okay, yeah.
This one. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's until we get to this.
Pay 2.
We're gonna play
That'll last.
as well. And then exile the top 2 cards of your library until until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. So,
Fittingly named card.
revealed.
Yes.
So these are exiled. I can play a mountain.
Yes.
Because I did not play it.
Okay, play. Nice.
So So we can either, I can play him until my next turn. I can also do that. And then I'll also play Stormcraft Mentor, which she has haste and prowess. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
Okay.
And I
Still
will
one.
pass my turn.
All right. I'm 10. Draw. This, yeah. What would we select? We're gonna swing first for 3 with a Glissa.
First strike, death touch.
Not gonna block.
You're not gonna play one.
Which one would you? Which one should we select? I think draw card. Yeah. We're gonna draw a card and lose a life. Nice. We'll play a Terramorphic Expanse. And then red, and 2 others. We will play Enduring Courage. It's a dog glimmer. It's a fiery dog. Whenever another creature we control enters, it gains +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. When it dies, if it was a creature returned to the battlefield under its owner's control, it is now an enchantment. With that, we will pass the turn.
You missed the obvious hot dog joke.
Hot dog.
I'm ashamed. Don't get copyrighted.
Okay, now draw. Have him.
What would you pick up with this one?
Well, I think she.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll wait.
Yeah,
We'll just
you're gonna-
do it next turn. In response.
Yeah. Just do that one first and then him? Or do you think it should him?
I don't think it really matters either way.
Does not.
I will play Prophet's Edict Member. Then I'll also.
Draw card.
Oh, yeah. I draw a card.
Finish, draw card.
Yep.
I assume it does other cool stuff.
Yes.
I can't.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn -1.
So you've drawn 2 this turn so far.
Yes.
What's after the first one?
After so they've drawn 2.
So
So
it will get a counter.
Yeah.
And it also gets a prowess trigger, so it is a 2/2 currently.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Dicey dice.
15 meeting somewhat at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll also I'll play a tapped hand.
Thundering Falls.
Thundering Falls.
I'm sorry, couldn't hear you. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke.
So
I
Surveil 1.
I'm not mad. I'm just
You
disappointed.
get 2 Surveil 1.
I keep forgetting it's the hot dog joke. That's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I say we leave that.
And then we will tap as usual. Play Duelist of the Mind. As Flying and Vigilance. Duelist of the Mind's power is equal in the number of cards drawn this turn. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So he is currently a 2/3, but instead of combat, he will be a 3. No, a 4/3, right?
Yeah, 2/3.
And then he'll get the extra number from this.
You get to choose. It's a creature.
I think I'll put it on him because he's flyers.
Alright, so we're gonna go to combat.
All right, before you declare attackers, we're going to sack the Terramorphic Expanse and go look for a mountain. Please proceed.
Okay.
Well, how big is that?
It's a 3.
So you can do that in response to our props eidetic memory trigger going on the stack.
I'm doing it before you declare attackers.
Yeah, so we enter combat,
Yes.
this triggers, so we put a counter on our Duelist of the Mind, and then in response to that trigger, you can sack your land.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Which would you like to cut?
It's so far away. There you go.
And we are not going to attack,
No.
because it's a 3/3, we only have 2/2 currently.
Yep.
So we are going to pass our turn, and that goes back to a 1/1.
On 10. Upkeep, draw. Would have been nice. Do we leave with this one? Yeah, I think just alright.
Yeah.
We're going to lead off with a duress. For you to reveal your hand, we'll choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. We will cackle maniacally, and then you will discard that card.
Okay. So I just show you my hand.
Yeah, you want to just
Yep.
Reveal it.
non-creature, non-land. Okay, so we got Witch's Mark.
Two draw cards.
Third possibility has to discard. Draw two. This is the fanciest otter, but it's a creature card, so I can't grab that one. Moment of truth. I'm fish now.
They could kind of want to.
I think it's the Witch's Mark. Yes. Put any cards back.
I was told you were going to cackle maniacally.
That's so weak.
Better.
Eh.
Better than nothing.
You know what? For a black and 2/1, we're going to cast an Unstoppable Slasher.
Okay.
But he gains 2/0, +2/+0 in haste until end of turn because of the Enduring Courage.
Right.
So you have a 1/3, or what is the power of that?
1/3 flyer. 1/4. Oh,
1/4 flyer.
Yeah, 1/4 flyer. 1/1 honor.
Yeah, I think we do. We'll declare attacks, and we will swing with all three. The Unstoppable Slasher, which is a 4/3 death touch. If the deals combat damage to you, you lose half your life, rounded up. There's Enduring Courage, it's a 3/3 hot dog.
There you go.
Are you Joey Chestnut? If you're not, then you have to deal with it.
And is it a vegan hot dog?
I don't think so.
Joey Chestnut
It's,
eats vegan hot dogs.
it's an enchantment, so it probably has less substance than a
Yeah,
standard.
it's
Yeah.
organic.
It's organic. It's all elemental.
Buy it at Wegmans.
Probably. Possibly. And then we have, of course, Glissa, the first strike death touch, additional effects. So we'll swing with everything. So it's a 3, 3, and 4. 2 death touch, very super death touch-ish. Just a dog.
I think they're trying to bait killing my doors with the
I don't know. I think they just have some very powerful stuff that we need to watch or potentially lose half of our life. I'm concerned about the slasher because if it deals damage, we lose half of our life.
Yeah.
So
It's just.
So Glissa would deal first strike damage, which would take us to 12. The slasher would then, the slasher
It's 4.
would deal 4, which would take us to 8, and then cut us in half to 4. We could block the dog and be fine.
Yeah.
If we don't block the dog, then we would go even further down.
Further than beyond.
So yeah, I think probably the best thing to do would be to block the dog and not block the other two.
And pray.
I mean, being at 4 is not a good place to be, but I don't think we have much of a choice right now.
Alright, I will block the dog.
So first strike, first strike is 3 damage. We will choose to destroy target enchantment.
Goose, bye bye.
The hot dog bounces harmlessly off of the Duelos of the Mind. Imagine that, if you will. And then the Unstoppable Slash will hit you for 5. Oh, for 4. I'm sorry.
2, 3,
I
4.
can't count. I'm sorry.
And then we will lose
It's
half
half
of our
your
life.
life, rounded up. So that's
4. Another 4. So we're at 4.
I'm scared.
after that we will pass the turn because I believe we are out of options currently.
Yes. All right.
So for that lightning bolt.
Yep.
Those 2 shots we have in hand.
2 shots and a singleton format. Well, that's deserving a cackle.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
With the other.
Yeah, 'cause we need 2 of these.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm wondering on low mana if we shouldn't have taken it. But I just think it was.
Corsication mage. Did I say that right?
Of course, station made.
Thank you.
Even shiny.
I need an extra token. Oh yeah, I guess we'll just do him. So we have
An Otter?
2 otters now because we paid the offspring cost. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. But we have another version which is so it's 2 damage. But
I didn't remember any. I didn't remember any one mana cost cards in there.
Oh, there were, but they had a lot of two cost ones.
They're reduced. Oh,
for like blocking powers. I was thinking about three because he gets extra.
so the good news is even under this, this still requires, or her not to say, they still require 4 creatures to block her because there's one no mana for strike, death touch, or lethal damage, which is 1. So she basically takes a 3 block.
Well, she did technically.
I can still attack.
Well, I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Just-
You're right.
Well, he currently he has a 2. All right, so we're gonna hit you for 2.
I guess we'll have to. He has vigilance, correct?
He does have fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has fine.
And then we will pass him.
We'll play the swamp. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we do it?
I think so.
6. For Wormcoil Engine,
Oh,
Death Touch and Lifelink. Whenever it dies, but create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Worm artifact creature token with Death Touch and a 3/3/1 with Lifelink.
Okay.
I believe we swing with everything. And he's currently in this Wormcoil Engine is currently in 8/6 because it's haste from this very angry dog.
okay.
Alright, so before we declare blockers,
We're gonna play Thrill of Possibility. We're discarding Unruly Catapult. And then I draw 2 cards.
when we cast that, we also have triggers.
2 triggers, correct?
Yep, 3 triggers. 1 prowess trigger from the Stormcatch Mentor, and 1 from each of the Coruscation Mages to deal
we
1
take
damage.
2.
Yeah, you take 2.
Just because you have 2 opponents doesn't mean he takes damage.
18.
I don't know.
That also does increase the Duelist of the Mind's power because we drew 2 cards this turn. So it is now a 3/4.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
We're at 4. I think we're dead to.
The only one you technically can let through is this one.
No, because, well, yeah, well,
It's 2 and then 1.
they can technically let these 2 through. That's also a 3/3. So they'll be left at 1.
So that
So they can,
I
so they can
agree
either
with
leave
that.
this one or this one.
True.
They'll be left at 1 no matter what because they're still hit for 2.
You're right, you're right.
2, and then they'll be down to 1. So either
So
way.
declaring blocks, we're gonna block the dog, the hot dog with the 3/4 Duelist of the Mind.
Okay.
We will block. Doesn't particularly matter where the other blocks go because I think
All
everything's
it is is Death Touch.
yeah, they all have Death Touch. So we put a 1/1 in front of the Wormcoil Engine, 2/2 in front of the Slasher, the Coruscation Mage, and then the Stormcatch Mentor in front of Glissa.
So in the end, what happens is we gain those die. We gain 8
Yeah,
from that.
no, he's
That one's
he
still
stays. He's 4 toughness versus 3 power for the dog.
okay.
And then this goes to the graveyard, but it
Comes back.
goes back as an enchant, just as an enchant. It's not a creature.
Yeah.
So I would just put it over here instead.
These are guys.
Play Thrill.
I don't believe there's anything else because there are no other triggers. I believe it is your turn now. Pass.
You contact.
Is this a Thanos moment? Oh, that worked too. That was about half I was talking about inevitability.
Oh,
that was that was way more dramatic.
Yeah,
that was
I'll
way
do that.
better. She's got to
So-
so much in the future.
We're gonna play Evolving Wilds, so we're gonna crack it.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing. Pay 3.
Okay.
Do Fottage and
He also
wait.
Instants and sorceries.
Yeah. My brain.
2, 3, 4.
He's
So he's
a
a 4/4.
his power is 6.
sorceries in the grave for this.
Yeah,
Always promise.
we might as well.
Yep. Alright, so we'll also play Moment of Truth for 1 because he reduces the cast of my sorcery spells and instants by 1, which will make him go to a 5/4.
Okay.
Look at the top 3 cards of my library.
One in hand, one in graveyard, one on bottom.
It's basically a.
This one?
Put that in hand.
Yep.
Something else that kind of does.
Yeah. Yeah. So try to grab the prize in our graveyard.
Inspire buff. No, come on. Oh, come on.
We didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I don't even
He
know what you
is
said.
now a 6/4.
Okay.
You haven't drawn any extra cards this turn.
No.
So he's just a 2/3. We might as well just attack for 2 since we can. So
I think
we'll,
this is.
we'll go to combat
Okay.
and attack for 2 in the air with the Duelist of the Mind.
24.
And that's the turn.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Upkeep. Moment of truth for the draw. Play the mountain. I think we do this. All right. So 2 mountains. Swamp in the forest. Or we will play out Geological Appraiser. When it enters, I've cast it, discover 3. So we will proceed to exile off the top until we get. Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's how.
It's gonna die.
So these go to the bottom, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Croxo, when it enters, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever it enters or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent that didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life.
Okay. Discard.
Does that just make it bigger?
No,
No.
Okay.
it's a creature. It's a Kindle Spark Duo.
Okay. I still think we swing out with everything. Which I think is lethal. Because this is
Potentially lethal, yeah.
it's a 3, 2, 6, 4, or 5. This is actually 5 because it because
It's
it's
the +2, yeah.
Shall we go out with the bear?
I say we do.
Okay.
So declare blockers.
Okay.
Alright.
So we'll do this to the best of our ability here. We will block. We'll do this. We will block the Worm Coil Engine with our Duelist of the Mind. And block the Geological Appraiser with the Haughty Djinn.
Okay. That's an interesting trade.
But before we die,
But before damage,
Okay.
we'll pay 1.
yeah, to fling this guy at your face, and then we'll die.
Oh no.
Right?
No.
Oh.
We fling Haughty Djinn at Glissa
Ooh.
Very
so that she dies before dealing damage.
Yes.
And he will die from the fling.
Nothing happens here.
Nothing will happen there.
We hit you.
We'll lose the Duelist of the Mind.
We gain 6.
Then we take 2
Two.
from the Unstoppable Slasher.
And another
then
one.
lose half of our life. And we're still alive at 1. But no cards in hand, so we survive another
cards
turn
in
now.
All right, and we'll pass.
Yeah, but you're at 30 life with 3 creatures on board and a haste enable. Might as well.
Okay.
We'll pay 2 mana and cast Curate.
Which is Surveil 2, and then I draw a card.
Okay.
So it's Surveil 2. Look at our top 2. We can just bin both of those.
Yeah.
We'll just discard. We'll put both of those in the discard pile. It's a quick study and a Pearl of Wisdom,
Okay.
and then draw.
I think they want. I'm gonna put intimidated right now.
Yeah. We'll just pass the turn.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll pass the turn.
All right. Let's see. I think we have to. We'll play Liliana of the Veil.
Oh my god.
And +1, each player discards a card.
In response,
Yeah, we'll tap 1.
and cast Shock to kill the Geological Praiser because it's only 2 toughness.
Okay, it's
And then we die. Yeah.
Yes. I had to be petty.
They fought us to the end. Alright, since you guys lost the last game, you guys can decide.
We will go first this game.
the rest of the deck will make up for any sort of concern I think that we have.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, so we are ready to go?
Yeah, I suppose we must be.
This is going to be an epic game.
All right, so I will start by playing a Copper Line Gorge, which enters untapped because I control 2 or fewer other lands. And then I will pay 2 life to cast Surgical Extraction. Oh no, never mind. I can't. I don't have a target. I am smart.
So now we don't.
Judge!
Yeah, I will pass the turn after playing my land because I'm a smart person.
Oh,
You do not remember the card.
Strangled Cemetery. And I will pass it.
Draw for turn. I will play a mountain.
You gotta roll the punch.
Yeah.
And I will plot this highway robbery.
You tried that last turn already.
No, I can actually do this. This is an actual play that I can make. I read this card before playing. As Professor says, reading the card explains the card, and I failed to do that last turn. I will pass the turn.
It was the excitement.
Tap, draw.
There's a level of joy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Make sure you call it out. So that
Yeah, I'm going to tap 2 for Dread Whispers.
Okay.
It will have me draw a card and then lose a life.
Did you play it as an adventure?
Yes.
Okay, I can't see from here. Sorry.
This is the adventure platform.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going on an adventure.
And then after that, I will pass the turn.
All right. I will untap, keep and draw. Wonderful. I will play a forest as my land for turn. I will pay 3 mana and cast Slime Against Humanity.
Oh, come on.
That lets me create a 0/0 green ooze token with trample. I put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of cards I own in exile and in my graveyard that are oozes or are named Slime Against Humanity. My deck can have any number of them. So I will make an ooze, and it will be get 1 +1/+1 counter, since that is my first ooze / Slime Against Humanity. And now that I have a target, I will pay 2 life, cast Surgical Extraction targeting my Slime Against Humanity, and I can search my library for any number of other cards with the same name and exile them. I will exile 8 Slime Against Humanity from my deck, so I now have a total of 9 in exile.
Okay.
Now I'll be making 10 things. And then after shuffling, I will offer to you to cut. And pass the turn. Draw.
So what's up? That's why now we use it for this card.
Yeah.
So I think we just go ahead and play Tender Wild Guide,
Okay.
and then I will play Razor Trap Forge. And after that, I will pass the turn.
Untap to draw. This is going. Play a forest as my land for turn. I will cast my plotted card, Highway Robbery, as an additional cost. Do this. Let me sequence this better. I'm going to pay 3. I'm going to cast a Slime Against Humanity, which will now make me a 10/10. Then I will cast my plotted card, sacrificing one of my tapped forests to draw 2 cards. And that is is just a little 1/1 guy or 2/2 guy. Over
2/2
there?
guy.
2/2 guy. I will pass the turn.
What's the
Go ahead and play land there.
And I think we dropped the that one. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and bring out Children of the Apocalypse.
Okay.
After that, I will go ahead and pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw, and lose 2 life from Children of the Apocalypse. I'll play a Fabled Passage as my land for turn. We'll sacrifice the Fabled Passage to search our library for a basic land. I'll get a forest and enters the battlefield tapped, but since I control 4 more lands, it'll untap. Let's go to combat.
Alright.
I will attack with my 10/10 Trample Ooze token.
I will go ahead and not block.
Not block.
It has trample apparently, but it's not.
Yeah,
It does,
But
yes.
I'm worried about playing type effect. Or something that doubles damage or gives double strike. If I throw 3 power in front of it, that was just 7. I need double strike to turn it into 14. Anything goes well.
I think it's
Just in case, I'm going to block with the Tender Wild Guide,
Okay.
and then I'm going to tap it to give me a +1 counter.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
No effects.
Alright, so damage happens, my
Takes-
guy dies, and I take 7. Draw. Trigger, gain 2 life. Just
yeah. As far as it goes, I mean, we don't block next to our top yet, so I would just say maximize the chances of anything. Because no matter what, the top four is going to
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm waiting
there's not much
for
way
it.
around it, so I would just say double.
Yeah.
If we get anything.
yeah, so
Yep.
do that.
I think you'll have mana.
So I will tap 3. I will cast Brass's Tunnel Grinder. When it enters the battlefield, I'll discard any number of cards, so 2, and I'll draw that many +1.
Okay.
Then, basically, at the beginning of my end step, if I descended this turn, I will put a board counter on it, and when there's 3, it'll transform to a
Gain 3.
What is
Or
it?
gain
We'll
6.
gain 6.
What is it?
Brass's Tunnel Grinder.
That's a champion?
Artifact.
You won't believe this.
Sorry, I just can't see it. The map.
Well, there's that because we can also cast the
Yeah, so I'll put down a land for turn. And I will go ahead and cast the Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay. And then I will go ahead and I think we'll pass.
We go to end step, right?
Yep, and put a board counter.
What does the other side of that do?
The other side turns into a legendary land, Cave, add red. Whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by this land, discover X, where X is that spell's mana.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw, use 2. Play an island as our land for turn. Play 2. Cast Falashi Archaeologist. When it enters the battlefield, I mill 3 cards. I can put a non-creature, non-land card from among those cards milled this way into my hand. If I don't, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Mill 1, 2,
Blam, blam, blam.
3. So I will get a Slime Against Humanity to my hand. We'll go to combat, and I will attack with my 10/10 Ooze.
We know we block that one.
Yeah. We will put Mosswood Dread Knight in front of it, blocking 8 of it.
2 of it?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of it, and then we will take 8.
Okay.
Yes, until the end of our next turn.
Yep. Second main phase, I will pay 3 and cast Slime Against Humanity. This one will be, and I will make an 11/11 use token this time. Slime and 2 in my graveyard.
It is a little bit.
And then I will pass the turn.
Tap. Draw.
Cast out
Other
So pretty much exactly what I wanted to say. I will cast the Mosswood Dread Knife for its adventure side, drawing a card and making me lose a life, but then I'll gain 2, so I'll be at 15.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I think we. No, I don't think so. If we cast that out, I'm not sure what else we can do.
Cast Mosswood Dread Knife. Then I will go ahead and pass my turn.
2%.
No.
Untap. Keep. Draw.
You take 2.
Take 2. So what is your total toughness over there?
7.
7. So I will play a commercial district as my land for turn, which allows me to surveil. I'm going to leave that on top. Before we go to combat, I'm going to pay a green and cast Thirsting Roots. I get to choose one, either search for a basic land card, reveal it, or put it in my hand, or proliferate. I'm going to choose to proliferate and add an extra 1/1 counter to each of my slimes.
Would you like to proliferate this counter?
I would not.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot.
We will then go to combat, and I will attack with my 3 ooze tokens. An 11/11, a 12/12, and a 2/2.
12, 12 is 23. So that's already way past what we can actually do. So I think we just died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The loud squelching noises of victory.
Now I understand.
Next round.
Good luck. Let's see.
It's,
All right, let's see how we're doing.
I think it's
am I just
You know what? No, that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. RJ and I have a history.
it's true, we do.
He has managed to get me down to 4.
And then still lose. Now's when I start doing like the chintzy cuts and adding a little extra flair onto it.
Who goes first? Red and
Oh, we're going first.
They get to go first.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, we'll start off with the Zeator's Proving Ground, the Swamp Mountain Forest. Tapped.
Looks familiar.
I don't know what's this one.
I will start with a commercial district and we'll get to surveil 1. Oh yeah, we definitely keep that.
Yeah, I was looking at the.
All right, we'll keep that on top and pass the turn.
Untap. Oh, you draw. For the commercial district, it's a mountain forest that enters tapped. When it enters battle, it's surveil 1. I hate you, but we left it this. Yeah. We'll leave it on top. Do we want to go? Yeah. The rest.
Oh, bad.
4 Slam Against Humanity, Thirsting Reeks, a Forest, and Fabled Passage.
How dare you?
I'm not pitching this. I'm pitching this. I think that's not Speaking of duress, I will pass under duress.
Untap, draw. I will play a Fabled Passage as my land.
Are you going to catch Slime Against Humanity for 2 mana?
No, not for 2 mana. I will crack the Fabled Passage,
Did I cast something for 6?
get an island, and pass the turn to you.
Alright.
But wait, there's more.
No, there isn't.
No, there's
The,
not.
the only more is cutting my deck.
Yeah. Billy Mays here.
With a special TV offer.
Now I want to make a deck
You
for
may cut my deck.
special TV offers. That's so petty. That's so stupid.
4, the number of cards that we started with last.
Hurry up!
Speaking of petty,
Petty's my middle name. It's not actually, but you know.
Ben Cuddy.
We'll cast Overlord of the Veilmerk, which is an for its impending cost 5. If I cast it, it enters the 5-time counters. Isn't a creature until last is moved. At the beginning of the end step, remove a time counter from it. Whenever it enters or attacks mill 4, then we return a non-avatar creature card or a planeswalker card from the graveyard to the hand.
Okay.
You'll go to end step, and we'll remove 1 time counter. And it will be yours.
So when it enters, you have a trigger?
Yeah, enters when it enters or attacks.
Yeah, so it entered, so you have a trigger.
No, did it?
Yeah, it enters, yeah. It doesn't enter as a creature, but it still enters.
Oh, okay, so
It's
then,
arrived.
so that means we have the trigger right when we cast it. That's
Correct. Yep, when it resolves.
So it's 1, 2,
3. Monkey.
oh. In that case, then we will cast the monkey,
Ravagan.
Dragon.
That's that.
and should we? No, we'll cast it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Now it goes on before. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No worry. Untap. Draw.
It says oh, it's not a creature. It enters, but it's not a.
Yeah, but it's not a creature. I will play a forest as the
Professor
land
Knapp.
creature.
Wonder what he
This is probably the correct thing to do.
what?
So he will exile the top card of my library, make a treasure token, and he can cast it into our turn.
Oh. But what maybe exile number 2?
It would be.
Exile. Its own. It doesn't matter whose control its own. So we still own the card if he exiles it. So I will pay 3 and cast the Tale of Tamio.
I'm talking about the story. No,
It's
seriously.
it is a saga. Its first 3 chapters are mill 2 cards. If 2 cards that share a card site were milled this way, draw a card and repeat this process. And its 4th chapter is exile any number of target instant, sorcery, and or Tamio planeswalker cards from your graveyard. Copy them. You may cast any number of the copies.
Okay.
So first chapter, I will mill 2 cards. It is an enchantment and a Slam Against Humanity. So I do not repeat the process. They just stay there. And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw.
Or does it just move down each?
Play mounted.
The first 3 are all the same, so I'll just count up to 3, and then when it hits the 4th. Tear asunder.
I'm so serious. I'm going to tear asunder your enchantment right over there, right now, during my main phase. That's a ball.
Okay.
That's right.
Goodbye, Tale of Tamio.
Ragavan's going to go in for dose.
Okay, no blocks, so I take 2. You get the top card of my library. Is it Little Arm?
And I may cast. So this basically just stays the next
Exile for
And we do get a treasure, do we not?
Yes. You get a treasure.
Please give me the fanciest treasure, sir. Thank you.
A gold naked monkey.
It's the fanciest treasure. As we pass another end step, this will go down to 3.
Okay.
Pass to you.
So,
Right?
I will cast Slime Against Humanity. And I will make a 0/0 ooze with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Because I have one in my graveyard already. And then I will pass the turn.
Well, yeah, I think that's one. Mountain. 2 red. Second the treasure for 7 or 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count. It's time. Yes, I'm sure it's 6 for a trumpeting carnosaur. It's a very loud dinosaur. Trample. When it enters, discover 5. I could have discarded it to deal 3 damage or something. But we will discover 5. One thought seize. Oh, that's interesting. Choose an online card from it.
2 defenders tonight.
I will lose 2.
I have 5 Slime Against Humanity.
Won't make a difference the way this goes. Well,
Exile. Discarded.
it is discard.
Okay.
Doesn't make a difference.
Free real estate.
I wonder what we should do.
I don't know. Yeah.
So confused.
I'm also confused.
I don't know if it's my understanding.
No thoughts and just slime.
Just slime.
2.
No blocks. We'll take 2. Slime Against Humanity.
Stay exiled.
Wonderful.
Fine, and we get ready. Go ahead.
So, draw. Pay 3, and I will continue on trend and cast a Slime Against Humanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Over here making loses. And then I will pass the turn.
Well, so 2 red and 2 others. Geological creature enters discover 3. It's 5. 5.
Rocks.
Well, these are on the bottom in any order. Do we order them or is it? Sacrifice on escaped. Discard a card, otherwise you'll lose 3 life. I'm sure you'll
I
just
will happily discard a Slime Against Humanity. Thank you.
Okay.
You're giving me so much help. It's very nice of you.
We'll swing with the trumpeting arm.
I will block with both of my uses.
Put down your smaller. Destroy target creature with 12 power toughness. So we'll get both of your uses.
Yep, and I will take 2 damage.
Yes. And then after that, the 1 and is your turn. We'll press it.
Okay. Pay 3 and cast Slime Against Humanity.
Okay, let's see.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because, okay, yeah, that's
I get a 7 seconds. And I will pass the turn. Right. The good thing is they have 1 card in hand. There's a land. The problem is once the Overlord comes out.
We're in danger.
that's what I'm saying. It's 5, 2, 3. Exiling 5 cards. Black, red. For Proxa, just discard another.
Oh,
Discard a Gadwick's first three.
I'll assume all three of these after that. 2, 3, 7.
Let's block the big guy. Block the 7 with my 7.
You take
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
exile.
It is a land.
2 triggers. No, so you go to end step. And it's your turn.
boy.
We'll cast Slime Against Humanity and make an 8/8 slime token.
We'll sec Evolving Wilds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I felt last week.
I did. Very badly.
And the lands that you didn't would have gotten.
Got exiled.
Yes.
Monkey.
Monkey.
I don't know why my brain just thought we like anime, like the pathetic anime villain was like, ah, see, your luck has run out. Our turn?
Yep, your turn.
There are no pathetic cards.
Yes, I was upon me again.
Please have the Kaibo Yugi Bar.
No, keep it. Keep it as a back. Keep it as a back. Well, I think we actually just swing power. Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 6. And when it enters a text mill 4, then I return a non-avatar future planeswalker. 2, 3, 4. Wow.
From get there.
From my graveyard. Oh wait, this open Carnosaur. Sweet. Pick that up.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
Well, I am going to die, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no matter what. I'll go ahead and eat the Overlord. Just for good measure.
Alright. Overlord dies.
And then I take 11 and 9.
Slime.